We will not be talking about the XFL in this show anymore, I don't think. Yikes, that was a little aggressive. I'm pretty wide open. I think P.J. Walker's good. That's that wide receiver.
When did he change his name?
Yeah, what? Phil.
Yeah.
Was it Phil Walker?
Yeah.
Now it's P.J. He was with the Colts.
Yeah. Yes.
I seen him with the Colts. So he was with Andrew, obviously. He didn't get picked up till I retired. So whenever I retired, they signed a guy named Jeff Locke, who was the punter for the Minnesota Vikings. He was supposed to replace me. In his opening press conference, he was asked about me, and he said he never saw my film or anything like that. Like, I was the best in the game. You should have watched my film. And he disrespected me in my own press conference, so I didn't like him, right? This is like a week after I left. I shouldn't have got feelings. I'm the one who decided to retire, but the way he was speaking about me, I did not appreciate. So Tom McMahon brought in this other guy from Hawaii named Rigoberto Sanchez. So I told Tom McMahon, I said, hey, I would like to work with Rigoberto Sanchez because I don't like whatever that thing was that was just in the press conference. So I go in there and I start working with him. While I'm there, P.J. Walker was there. He was the backup holder at one point, so I talked to him. Just a brief conversation. Kid was super professional. I saw him do the crossbar challenge from like 45 yards out, like first thing hit it. And I was like, who the hell is that guy? I know we got luck or whatever. Bang, fast forward here a couple years. He's the guy of the XFL, going to become probably a good player in the NFL if I had to guess, which is good for the XFL, but I'm happy to see him do that. The XFL is going to suffer from the same issues as the AAFL. If their quarterbacks cannot play football at a high level, it's going to be tough. We talked about it with the AAFL. The reason why the AAFL was so tough to watch is because the quarterback stunk. At, 3 or 4 different weeks, I thought I could potentially go out there and be a starting quarterback in the AAFL. Is it going to get like that for the XFL? I'm not 100% sure, but some of the players that played good in the first week, take complete shots at their coaches. In the second week, they get benched there from the penthouse to the outhouse. I'm excited to see what happens with the XFL, but the quarterback play has got to pick it up. Got to pick it up.
The two teams that are dominating with P.J. Philip Walker and Cardale Jones are clearly the two best quarterbacks in the league, and that's who's dominating the league.
I think they need mobile quarterbacks, by the way. I think if I don't have Cardale can throw the ball all over the place, right? Great arm. Pep Hamilton calling the plays for him too is also good. P.J. Walker, great arm as well. I mean, he was dropping in the bucket just like the day I saw him hit the crossbar from 45. But if I'm a team, I'm trying to get a mobile quarterback that can run for his life if he has to, right? And that's just, I think that's where it needs to start going. I don't know. How'd the ratings do? Did anybody
they haven't come out yet for week 2.
Yeah.
I assume a significant drop from week 1.
Why is that?
Well, that's how it worked when the XFL first came out. That's what happened in the AAFL. These leagues, people are intrigued because it's football. Week 1, and then they tune in. Week 1 was actually not bad. Week 2, Saturday, I think there was a total of 15 points scored total between the two games, maybe. So it was tough to watch.
Well, they were doing the Defenders and the Guardians as like this big showcase game, like two of the best teams in the league, and then within 2 minutes it was like, oh, the Defenders are 1,000 times better than these guys.
That's so because the Renegades were the favorites to win the entire thing, and then we watched them that first week and they were not good. And then I think Landry Jones came back and did they win this weekend?
They did.
Good for them. Good for Landry. Good for Stoops. Good for the boys. XFL still happening. That's good.
Yeah.
I didn't watch a single minute.
Well, you're on vacation. I mean,
I watch a lot, though. Get Matt McGloin out there. What a buffoon, by the way. What an absolute buffoon. He had a good first week, too.
Oh, yeah.
I watched him that first week throw a couple balls. I was like, okay, so they got a quarterback. New York's got a quarterback. There's a couple teams that got a quarterback because going in the league, all we said was if they have a quarterback, they're in a good spot. If they have quarterbacks, they're in a good spot. Because we've all seen football with bad quarterbacks. It's not good football. That's just the way it goes. That's why quarterbacks get paid $700 bajillion, and that's why every other position on the roster has to wait for the quarterback to get paid before you can get paid. Even if it's a year in advance, they'll tell you, oh, we can't pay because we got to pay this guy. So you got to take $6-7 million cheaper because we got to pay that person. Doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter. We got to pay this guy. Matt McGloin looked like he was potentially going to be a guy, and then he says this going into half. We don't have the clip.
It was a photo.
You just had a photo?
I don't know if we're allowed to play those.
You just had a photo of a guy?
I'm a big photo guy.
How is a blurry photo of a guy right before an interview going up there? Now, granted, this is my fault for not being here for the pre-show meeting, and I was on a plane technically whenever that was happening. But you, Zito, thinking that a blurry photo right before him saying that he wants to be benched, basically, was the right move. We got to talk. Okay, Cuban seat, that's a miss.
That was a Cuban seat move.
You don't normally miss.